Hello, hello, hello. This is your girl, Shalia Kavett Cook with God's Love Covers, and this is your ministry moment with me. I've stopped by to ask us a question on today about forgiveness. Have you forgiven your Judas? Have you forgiven your Judas? Remember, in order for anyone to betray you, they had to have been within your inner circle to know what's going on with you enough to the point where they could betray you. Yes, this person had to have been close enough to you and within your inner circle to know enough about you personally to betray you. Yes. So have you forgiven your Judas? The question is heavy, I know, but in order for us to move on to the next place of purpose God has for us, it's time for us to face those people that we have not yet forgiven for what took place that caused a divide, that caused a division, that caused an issue, that caused a problem that continues to hinder us not only from going forward, but from allowing other people to get that close to us, from allowing ourselves to be free in relationships. That moment that Judas betrayed us and we found out about it, we began to allow the bitter root to grow and gain roots and gain footing in our life to the point where it covered our entire heart. So not only are we not allowing people to get that close to us, but we aren't even allowing God to do a complete work in us because we are blocked. We have blocked ourselves with unforgiveness. So we aren't allowing the people that God has sent to help us for the rest of our journey. So now I'm asking us the question again. Have you forgiven your Judas? Have you forgiven those people or that person that betrayed you? It's time for you to do so. This is why so many things that God has called you to do has been hindered and has been held up because you still walk in unforgiveness. And because you still walk in unforgiveness, you could possibly hurt or damage the people on the next level and in the next place that God is trying to take you to. So it's imperative in this season to forgive Judas, to forgive those people that betray you, that person that betrayed you. It's time to forgive, and it's time to completely let go and let God. Because I keep biting my lip. Sorry. Because whether you know it or not, the fact that you walk in unforgiveness and has allowed the bitter root to grow, the enemy has a foothold in your life. He has a stronghold over you because he keeps bringing up, do you remember when? Do you remember how? Remember this person did that to you. Remember that person did that to you. So now you're leery. You're afraid to allow other people in because of how much that pain hurt you. Well, you've been saying you want to be more like Jesus. Jesus forgave Judas immediately. The betrayal, whether we want to admit it or not, was actually necessary because it catapulted us into a place in God where we only depended on and trusted in God, right? That was a place that was necessary because inside of that particular place, God was able to heal us. God was able to deliver us. God was able to speak to us and strategize with us about the things that he's doing and is about to do concerning us. So you feel rejuvenated, you feel relieved, you feel relaxed because now, and you feel free because now you have a complete relationship with God. Nobody else's opinion matters to you now. You're confidently walking in the place of purpose that God has called you to work in. That's beautiful. That's good. I'm glad for you. Be glad for me. I had to go through the same process, and this is why I'm trying to help you today. So now that you've gotten that point, you've gotten healed in God. Dr. God has healed your broken heart. He's mended it. He's put it back together. But there is a bitter root there. There is unforgiveness still there that you really got to truly let go and let God have it so that now you can go to the next level that God has for you. And the tribe will come. The people will come. Your voice will be able to be heard without them hearing the pain, without them hearing the fact that you got, dropped along the way. You'll be able to tell your testimony and preach your conviction with such power that it will draw men and women to God. So please, it's imperative to let go. I was making a point earlier and I said, we say we want to be more like Jesus. Jesus forgave Judas immediately because he realized the betrayal was necessary in order to get Jesus to the cross. Well, the betrayal was necessary for you to get you to a place in Jesus where you could get healed, motivated, and encouraged and get the approval to go forward. Now that you begin to walk confidently in who God has called you to be, the only thing that's holding you up is unforgiveness. So please do yourself a favor and forgive. Do yourself a favor. Yes, I said do yourself a favor and forgive, because forgiveness is for you. The other person has no idea, unless you told them or unless somebody else has told them. The other person has no idea that you still walk in unforgiveness because they actually see your progress. Come on through here, somebody. Judas did not commit suicide until after Jesus' crucifixion. But he had condemned himself so much, and the enemy rode his back so much because he betrayed Jesus that he ended up committing suicide before he realized that he was forgiven. So please go ahead and forgive. Please go ahead and forgive. And the flip side is that you just may be Judas. Go back, ask for forgiveness, and move on so you can get to the place of purpose that God has for you. I'm telling you, relieve yourself right now of unforgiveness and go ahead and forgive so you can move to the next level of purpose that God has for you. People are waiting to hear your voice, to hear how you came out, to hear how God healed you, to hear how God delivered you from walking in unforgiveness. And once you do that, the enemy will no longer have a hold on your purpose. He will have to release and let you go. He will have to take his hands off the purpose and the plan God has for your life. Forgiveness is key. Please forgive.